Should we let them? They about to come in. They're going up the steps. I'm gonna wait till they come in first. Let me see. All right, just the people up here. I Mariam. We'll call Austin first. Brandon, present thyself in thy registry. Brandon. It's another like no, it's just whatever. I don't think they know the doors. Yeah, that's what. It's Brandon. Bun Yahawada. Bun Yasha'ala. Brandon. Bun Yahawada. Bun Yasha'ala. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Go ahead and go. Straight. Hold it out straight. La Yashala. Right. Right. Go ahead. Scroll. That's on you.
It's for everybody. Amadium, Wapan Yahakadon, which means rise and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and then in the English. Lord's Prayer. Abanau. Bashamai. Wadah. Hayah. Shemka. Yahau. Balak. Hayah. Aisha. Kawa. Hayah. Bashmai. The now. Lakom. Call. Yawam. Basalak now. Kabawat now. Well, when the say one, a ball, I was shining, my young, rock, I'm a lock, I'm on in the English. It's out in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. It will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And give us our debts. As we forgive our debts. Lead us not to temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory. Forever. So be it. This is a power. Yahweh. Hashem Yahshua. The thunder now. Allah. Call Manawah. That's a heart. I'm a Tessariah. The happy. The mafia. Arakawa,
Atama'ala,
Atama'ala,
Agarasham,
Agarasham,
Bashim Yabasham,
Bashim Yabasham,
the word of month,
the word of mouth in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the
The
leper.
power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is blessed Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yabasham.
Bashim Yabasham.
Rakmanah.
Barakmanah.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Wahabiyah.
Ahayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Bashim Yabasham.
Bashim Yabasham.
The word of month.
The word of mouth in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121. Ashta
Aisha up.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah.
Izari.
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 Izari. Ma'an. Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Samayam.
Samayam.
Aratisa.
Wa'aratza.
Ayathan.
Ayatan.
Number what?
Number what?
Ragolka.
Ragolka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamaraka.
Shamaraka. Ana. La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yishan.
Yishan.
Shavamar.
Shavamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamaraka.
Yahweh.
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 Tazolka.
Tazolka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Yanyika.
Yanyika.
Yawamam. Ashmash.
Ashmash. La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayara.
Wayara.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamaraka.
Yashamaraka.
Korah.
Korah.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
After Pascha.
After Pascha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Yashamar. Wa'akam.
Wa'akam.
Ayatam.
Bayatan.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Wa'alam.
Aman. In English, I will lift up my eyes to the hill.
I will lift up my eyes to the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my
My
help?
help coming from Yahweh,
My help coming from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Even I thought when I put to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
will neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth,
From this time forth,
even forevermore.
even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Adamayalaka.
Adamayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thashakwat.
Ba'al Shakwat.
Al. Kiyahana.
Kiyahana.
Abiyadika.
Awiyamyaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Awashanaya.
Wishanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ah.
Ra'ah.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ariyamba.
Awiyamba.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayataya'ata Sawad.
Awiyataya'a.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amara.
Amara.
Lakaba.
Lakawa.
Winakakina.
Winakakina.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yasakar.
Yashakar.
Shem Yasha'ala.
Shem Yasha'ala.
Aywa.
Aywa.
Kiyah.
Kiyah.
Aitazawa.
And what I tell the what?
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakad.
Ayakab.
Yakad.
Raya.
Raya.
Yakarab.
Yakarabla.
Aholia.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama'a Aliyam.
When the Shema'i Aliyam.
Mama Abba.
Wama'alam.
Mahagari.
Mahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Aimawan.
Naimalam.
Aimalak.
Naimalak.
Talashah.
Palashah.
Yashab.
Yashabi.
Tazawur.
Tazawur.
Gam Ashawur.
Gamashwar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aimam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zerawai.
Sarawat.
Banyalawat.
Banyalawat.
Salah.
Shah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadi.
Kamadi.
Kasa Yasira'ah.
Yes, Ra'ab.
Kayabi.
Yabim.
Manakal.
Banakal.
Kuyash.
Yasin.
Nashamadwa.
Shamadam.
Ba'ayanda Arab.
Ayanda Aram.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Ba'adam.
Daman.
Shayadamba.
Daman.
Natiyab.
Diyabna.
Ka'arab.
Kairab.
Kasa'aba.
Kazaba.
Kasba.
Kazabat.
Wakatazomanai.
Zalmanai.
Call Nasaya Kamba.
Konasaya Kamu.
Ashar.
Shar.
Mara.
Nar.
Naya Rashab.
Rishah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Na'awa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
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 Shayadamba.
Shayatama.
Gagla.
Kagagla.
Kwash.
Kwash.
The Panya Raka.
Pani Raka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
The Ira Ya Ira.
Iron.
Kalahaba.
Lahaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Haryam.
Hari.
Khan.
Khan.
The Radatma.
Radatma.
Masa Iraka.
Iraka.
Babasapaka.
Sapaka.
The Bahalam.
Halam.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Wanyaham.
Kwalawan.
Pulawan.
Wayabakwashma.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawah.
Yabashma.
Yabashwa.
Wayabaholwa.
Wayabahoma.
Ya'ah.
Ya'ai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayada'aywa.
Wayada'aywa. Yah.
Athar.
Athal.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawah.
The Badka.
Yabadwa.
Wayawan.
Waywan.
Alkal.
Alkal.
Aratza.
Aratza.
Aman.
Aman in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up their
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
Consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They have said,
come,
come,
let us cut them off.
let us cut them off.
From being a nation, that the name of Israel
The name of
may
Israel
be no more remembered.
shall be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They have confessed against
They
thee.
have confessed against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of
and
Edom
the Israelites,
and the Ishmaelites.
of Moab,
Of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and Hagarenes,
Gabal,
the Baal,
and Ammon, the Philistines,
The Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashes also joined with them.
Ashes also joined
They
with
have
them.
hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
The lots,
Lot,
do unto them,
do unto them,
as unto the Midianites,
and to the Midianites,
to Sisera,
to Sisera,
to Jabez,
to Jabez,
the brook Kissar,
the brook of the sun,
which perished at
which
Endor.
perished to
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became dumb for the
Make
earth.
their nobles like a rat,
Their nobles like a red,
like Zahab.
like the
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes
all
about,
their princes about,
and Samuna,
and there's a moon
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let's take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the house of Yahweh and possess it.
O my power,
Oh my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wind,
stubble for the wind.
stubble for the wind,
The fire burns the wood,
wood,
and the flames of the mountains on fire.
and the flames of the mountains
So
on fire.
persecute them
To persecute
with
them
thy temper,
with thy tempest,
make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Fill
shame,
their faces with
that
shame,
they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
and trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yet,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish. And men may know
men may know
that thou, whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it. This is the blessing. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa man yaka Allah.
Wa man yaka Allah.
Wa Allah hayy.
Wa Allah hayy.
Tazab
Tazab Yahweh.
Alawak Yahweh.
Alawak Yahweh.
Alawak
Alawak
Yahweh. Asaranya.
Asaranya.
Hakutazayanya.
Hakutazayanya.
Hakiyayanya.
Hakiyayanya.
Wa ha'akhwatnya.
Wa Akwati.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shem Yahweh.
Shem Yahweh Shah.
Wa
Allah in English. Bless Yahweh.
Bless Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
Right.
And the angels.
The angels.
Man and General Yahweh.
Man, the Yahweh.
The generals.
The general.
The captain. The officer.
Oh,
The truth. And the system. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
These are the curses. Blessed be Yahweh.
Blessed be Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us next.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heat.
To the heat.
That speak against us.
Speak against
Thy prophet.
Thy prophet.
The teacher.
The teachers.
The prince.
The prince.
The priest.
The priest.
The Israelite brother.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the schools.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heat.
To the heat.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
The rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
And refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter to thy
To
sanctuary.
enter thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
In the nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
And like synagogues and arms.
And the synagogues and all.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
That's the space program.
That's the space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit
of any of our people.
of any of our people.
That seek to stop.
That seek to stop.
And bring swift destruction.
Bring swift
To
destruction.
all the heat.
To all the
And
heat.
stand in the way.
Stand in the
We're
way.
trying to stop us.
Try to stop.
From broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet
Let loose all the
Let
planets.
loose all the
Let loose all the
Let
planets.
loose all the
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and
Through
fro.
the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume.
And consume.
Let the plague
Take
take the house of the thief.
the house of the thief.
And the murder.
And the murder.
Let Yahweh shut.
Yahweh Shah.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Punish all the heat.
Punish all the heat.
Come up against that.
Come up against
As
us.
we speak thy word.
As we speak our word.
Cause we know
Cause that we know.
by all
By all.
that is the angel
That is the angel.
that have done.
That have done.
Cause we spread
Cause to be spread
through the media.
through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at that come.
Cause them to shake at that
And
come.
maybe your house shot.
Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Saw, which means turn. Yeshavian. You believe it'll come. So, don't believe so, but let me just check. It's like if y'all want to turn that screen around, y'all can if y'all want to push them off. Bubba, shut. Let me see. Wow. Yeshavium. You got your the ones in here. I think it's in that book somewhere. Maybe it's in there. Shalom. Yahweh ba Hashem Yahweh Thumb. So the Akim out there and Yahweh Shema Alathun by Hashem Yahweh Shai to all the Akwathian out there. This is the closing of the feast of unleavened bread. And notice we do have unleavened bread here because it is still the feast of unleavened bread until the time is finished. We do have unleavened bread out. So we'll be reading as a tradition. We always read through Leviticus 23 to get some understanding why we keep these feast days. So we will start. Go ahead and, of course, everybody in your blue letter Bibles or your Bibles, go to and turn to Leviticus 23. Of course, we're going to be reading in the Hebrew first, and then we'll read into the English. And then, we'll have some pop quizzes, of course, because we know everybody in here is intelligent. And I might call you out. Don't be embarrassed or don't be afraid. I like to teach. So we'll just ask some questions as we go on. So we're going to start in the Hebrew, reading Leviticus 23. Did you want to start? We're going to read in the Hebrew first. Leviticus 23, 1 through 7.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. Bar Yahweh all Mashal Amar, verse 2. Bar all Vanya Yasha Allah wa Amara Alaham Mawa'adya Yahweh Ashar the Korah Awa Padash Allah Ham Mawa'adya, verse 3. Shasha Yum Ta'aisha Malaka Wabiyawam Hashabayaya Shabbat one. Makorah Padash Kal Malaka La'a Aishwa Shabbat Hawa the Yahweh call.
Sister brother, would you mind getting that air
Mama
set up
Shabbat.
so we can already have
Mama
the
Shabbat.
plate set out and all that
4.
over there?
Allah Mawa'adya Yahweh
Get the
Makorah
plates, the
Makorah
cups, or whatever however you want to do,
Shah
just so we can be ready
Makorah
when people bring the food and start serving.
I'm with them. It's 5.
And that pan
Fucking
over
die.
there is the serving utensils. Can you make sure they're clean?
Arashawan
The what?
Ba'arabah Aishara Lakadash Bayan Ha'arabim Basak La Yahweh 6. Kamash Aishara Yawam Lakadash Hazak Ka'ab Hamatazawah La Yahweh Shabbat Yum Matazawah the Akawa, verse 7. Yawam Harashwan Hara Ashawan Makorah Kadash Yahweh Lakam Kal Malaka Adada La'a the Aishwa.
Excellent reading, Officer Mataza Ba. We're gonna go ahead and now read Leviticus 23, verses 1 through 7. We'll go ahead and read it slow. Brandon, we have Brandon up here today, young man Brandon, and we'll go over each part and we'll talk about it.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying.
Okay, so the Most High is speaking to Moses here. Notice he didn't speak to Muhammad. Notice he didn't speak to any of the imams. He spoke to Moses. So the Most High gave the law to Moses, which Yahweh Shah later came and he kept and actually expounded upon, but it didn't change. Okay, so when people say that Islam is connected to the Most High of the Bible, that's garbage, because you notice that Islam switches over to a lot of things. And we know that Christianity doesn't match. We'll see how it doesn't. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh.
Okay, these are the feasts of the Most High. These are the feasts of the Most High. And he's saying, speak to the children of Israel. Notice how he said the children of Israel. He didn't say speak to the children of Edom. He didn't say speak to the children of Moab. He didn't say speak to the children of Ammon. He said speak to the children of Israel. So these are feasts, or these are convocations that are for the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
So these should be separate assemblies. These shouldn't be assemblies that everybody is. It's not for everybody. This cuts that Christian ideology that everybody should be, welcome and kept, through the blood of Jesus. Isn't that what they say? And Yahweh Shah said it. Somebody can quote me. I think it's in Matthew 5, verse 17 through 18. Not one jot or iota will be taken from the law. So if that is what Yahweh Shah says, then that means these feasts are for Israelites and Israelites only. Go ahead, verse 3.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings.
Okay, so in all your dwellings, you have some people that will say that we cannot keep the Sabbath day or the feast days because we are in captivity. You notice how the Most High here said in all your dwellings. So that and the Most High predicted that we would actually go into slavery. He actually told the children of Israel in Deuteronomy to make a song as a witness against them, that they would go and are whoring after other gods, and that he would actually scatter them. So, the Most High already knew that. So, but he's saying in all your dwellings, you are to keep the feast. That means also in your captivity, you are to keep these feasts as you are able to. All right, keep going. So the first, go ahead.
Like, if I could too, it's very important to realize, like, a lot of times we celebrate these worldly holidays, and a lot of times we say it's just a good time to get with family, and it's a good time to be with family. I ain't really into the holiday, but this is the only time we can get together. On the Sabbath, that's actually a feast day. You see what I'm saying? On the Sabbath day, you can get with your family, bring your family together. Y'all can, bring your best foods and stuff like that. That's what it's for. Every Saturday is a time for you to feast with your family on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? So like that excuse that we can't get with family, we just gotta prioritize doing what the Most High say and not this world.
Excellent point. And I wanted to add, notice how it says in this verse 3, it says 6 days you shall work be done. The seventh day is a separate day. So this is a day that's supposed to serve you. Okay, Yahweh Shah expounded on that when he said the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. And that's how you could tell that the Jewish man and other, groups will make it seem like you got to serve the Sabbath. You can't do anything on the Sabbath. You can't cook. You can't, you got to, anciently you could only walk a certain number of steps. You couldn't heal on the Sabbath. You had to let the person stay sick. And Yahweh Shah was saying that you should be doing good on the Sabbath. So this was a day to serve you, because if you are not, if you're serving the Sabbath, you're not keeping it. This is a day made for you so that you won't, because your employer always is asking you to go out for work every day of the week. You got to go into work, got to work this 9 to 5. This was the day to serve for us. Go ahead.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Okay, and here's another thing. The feasts have to be proclaimed in their correct seasons. This is the season for the Passover. That's why we're keeping it in their seasons. Okay. So that's what you were to proclaim. Now, quiz number 1. It's already in the next. What is the first feast day? And Kapaya. There we go. Did I get your name right? There we go. Tell us the first feast day. I'll say, what's the first feast day of our calendar year? Remember when in Exodus 12, he said, this will be the beginning of your month. So what is the first feast day we keep, let's say in the springtime? Passover is the first one. Brandon will read it. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even, is Yahweh's Passover.
Okay, so Yahweh's Passover on the 14th day of the first month at evening. Now, somebody explain. I'm gonna call out if I don't get no hands. Why is it called the Passover? Somebody tell me why. There is a reason why it's called the Passover. I know Kapaya knows. That's why I didn't call on her for this question. Why is it called the Lord's Passover? Give me a shot. Let's see, Austin. Why? Did he say I couldn't?
Yeah, God said he said the Most High sent the angel, and he passed over everybody for the blood.
That's correct. So because the Lord passed over our people, especially our firstborn in Israel, he passed over them. Okay, so he passed over. So he spared them when we did the commandment by slaughtering the lamb and putting the blood on the doorposts and on the lintels of the door. That's why he was passed over. He passed over us and passed through Egypt. What does that really mean when he passed through Egypt? What does that actually mean? So what did he do to Egypt, Daraj?
He destroyed Egypt because Egypt wanted to let us do this whole holiday, the holy days that we wanted to do and we were supposed to do.
Excellent.
All of the Egypt.
Excellent. Give him a hand. Now let me get more specific. Who did he destroy that night? The night of the 14th, when he was going through that night, who specifically did he destroy? So, I don't know your name, sir.
Young man Steve.
Young man Steve. Come on, young man Steve.
The firstborn
Firstborn of who?
of all of Egypt.
Of all of Egypt. So I'm the firstborn of all the Egyptians.
Firstborn who though?
Firstborn son.
The firstborn son.
Excellent. Firstborn son of all the Egyptians. Okay, and it's from the firstborn of the Pharaoh all the way to his servants. The firstborn was slaughtered. So this is our Independence Day. Okay, this is our Independence Day. It's not the 4th of July. Some historians say the 2nd of July. We won't get into that. Whatever you say, it's not our Independence Day. This is our Independence Day when we were brought out of Egypt at that night when the Most High passed through Egypt, slaughtered. Excellent. Keep it going. Verse 6.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread.
So why are we eating unleavened bread? What's the point? Somebody tell me. I'll call on you. I'll call on you. I see Blessing there smiling because Blessing, I'm close. I'm getting hot. Come on, Darash. Why do we keep the days of unleavened bread? Feast of unleavened bread.
Because when black people were burned out of slavery, they didn't have anything else to eat except for the unleavened bread that they didn't have nowhere to go to make it rise.
Okay, so you're pretty much on the right track. I see. I'll go ahead and finish that. That was your son, so I know Daddy taught him. So I just call people. I know Dad. I know he learned from Daddy. Go ahead. Why do we eat unleavened bread?
The heritage that we didn't have time to let the yeast rise, to let the bread rise. So we commemorate that by eating unleavened bread because our brothers and sisters, they didn't get to eat, good bread, risen and tasting good and fluffy and all that. So
excellent point. Excellent. I give him a hand. All right. Shalom. All right. So we didn't have time to get for the dough to rise, so we left in haste. So the unleavened bread. I'll take some right here so people can see it. This symbolizes the bread of haste. We left out of Egypt in haste very quickly. So that's why we commemorate this, because after that night, the very next day, okay, we left out of Egypt. We came out the very next day. Okay, so that's the 15th day. And we were pretty much, the Egyptians pushed us out. The Pharaoh's like, get out. Okay, take your flocks and your herds, get out. We had to leave in haste. Go ahead.
All right, verse 7. In the first day, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Okay, on the first day, it's a holy convocation. That was last Sunday. We already commemorated that. You shall do no servile work. That means you're not to be, a slave on that day. Like your employer shouldn't require you to go work on that day. Well, even though we're in captivity, and we know that, how our employers can be. But you shall do no servile work where somebody's making you do some type of work on that day. And today you shall do no servile. We'll get into it. And that's it. Okay. All right. This is just the people up here. Shalom. Shalom, whoever just came in. Imadium. Just the people up here. Darash, present thyself in thy registry. Darash, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashala. Yahweh Ban Shimya Shabrakatha. Excellent word, right? Keep standing. Yeshabian. All right. Now we're going to be reading Leviticus chapter 23. We're going to be reading verses 8 through 14. We're going to read that in the Hebrew first and the English. Okay. We're going to be, all right. We're going to read it in the Hebrew first, then we're going to read it in the English. All right. Leviticus chapter 23 for 8. وَهَكَرَّبْتَ مَشَى لَيَهَوَى شَبَعَيْث يَمْ بَيَوَمْ هَشَبَيَّيَ مَكُرَّآ قُدَاشْ كَامَ الْوَكَاث أَبَدَا لَآ لَعَيْشَوَى. Verse 9. وَيَدَبَّرْ يَهَوَى آل مَشَى لَأَمَار. Verse 10. So I can get my place here in the English as well. Verse 10. Dabar al bun yasha'ala wa amarath alaham aham kayas aba hawa al aratiza ashar onion nathan lakam wa quatazaratham af quatazayara wa haba athyum af imar ra ashiath quatazayarkam al hakahan. Verse 11. Wahanayat af hayamar la apanya Yahweh la taza come Makarath Hashabah Yanat Nayap Nayawa Yanat Yanawa Hakahan. Verse 12. Wa I shayatham by Yawam Hayanat come Af Hayamar Kabash Thamayam Bun Shanathwa La Ila La Yahawa. Verse 13. When the Kanathwa Nakaathwa Shunya Asharanyam Salah Bala Wala Bashaman Asha La Yahweh Rayat La Yakak when a Saka Yayan Rabaya Aith Hayan Hayan. Verse 14. Put it next. Well, a come Qualia wa Kamamal like a call I a call wa I at a zilliam Hawayam Haza I Hazabaya Yakam Af Karaban Allah Hayakam Kwakwaf Awalam Darath Yakam but a call Mashabath Yakam. And that's it. Do we call oh, Conwell Wisconsin.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8 through 14. But ye shall offer an offering day, 7 days.
Put your finger in. Offering made. Put your finger there where she can made by fire. Mm-hmm.
Offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do any holy no servile work therein.
So just like today, just like what it says, today is the 7th day. This is the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and we shall do no servile work. Okay, keep it going. Verse 9.
Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto and shall
Reap good.
reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf,
Good.
a sheaf on of the first fruits of your harvest unto the
Priest.
priest.
Excellent. So so today is the opening of the first fruits. Okay, when you were to bring a sheaf unto the priest thereof. This was like the opening of the first fruits, and then we start to count. Okay, you start to count. Can anybody tell me how many days do we count? How many days do we count? Go ahead, sister, and let me know your name too. Come. 50. Okay, so that's when we count 50 days. Okay, so this is the opening of the first fruits, and we count 50 days, but this is where we brought the sheep before the priest of our first fruits. Okay, keep going. Verse 11.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheep before the Lord to be
Accepted
for you on the morrow.
Good.
On the morrow,
After. On the morrow. After, right here.
after the Sabbath,
There you go. The priest.
the priest shall wave it.
Okay, and there's nothing magical when it says it shall be accepted in rep. You know how we hold up our cup and say La Yasha Allah? Okay, it's nothing magical like abracadabra or anything like that. Okay, so it's nothing magical. It was just to be accepted. The priest was to accept it, okay, on your behalf, and this was on the first fruits. Keep going, verse 12.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye have the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Okay, can somebody explain what does that mean, like a lamb without blemish? What does that mean? Go ahead, Brandon.
It means like a lamb with pure coat, doesn't have any spots or any blemishes.
Okay, right. It's like no imperfections on the lamb. It's the lamb the first year. Okay, no imperfections. Okay, and you got to think we can't think of things now, but when they were given, I think Jeremiah Hyman made the best analogy because I couldn't picture it. But you got to think when they were offering things. Imagine just taking $1 million and just burning it. Okay, okay. So when they were offering their best, that's the things like that they were offering. Because I mean, if I'm putting $1 million on the altar, you'd be like, I think everybody would be like, whoa, okay. But that was, that's how these offerings were. You had to bring your best to the Most High and to be accepted. Well, what happened is, we know when the priests started getting corrupt, they started bringing just anything to the Most High. Okay, and you can't just bring anything to the Most High, especially if He is a separate God, especially if He's a separate power. Okay, keep it going. Verse 13.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be two-tenths deals of fine
Flour.
mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor, and the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin.
Okay, and notice we were cooking with flour even in ancient Israel. Nothing new. Okay, you could tell it's black You see how we're seasoning our food. We could tell who's really who this is. It's they say what it say. The proof is in the pudding. Okay, it's all there. All right, how we're cooking our meats, how we're seasoning it. Okay, keep going. Verse 14.
It's also important to note that the Jewish man, he don't do anything, especially on Sabbath. Like, he hates the Sabbath. That's why he won't cook. He won't do anything. You see what I'm saying? But here you see the priests. They're using the oil. They're cooking. You see what I'm saying? Like, they doing things pertinent to what this day represents. These are Sabbaths. You see what I'm saying? We know the Jewish man. He only walk a certain amount. He can't even touch an elevator button.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? This is another proof that lets you know that this is not him that is talking about. This is black people right here. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears until the self-same day that ye have brought in
You're right there. Yep, offering
unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Okay. And let me ask a question in verse 14. It says you need to show you should eat bread, neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the something you have brought an offering. Why would the Most High make us do that? So I can't like eat bread, I can't eat corn, I can't do any of these until I brought that offering unto the power. Why? I want to tell what spirit is the Most High trying to teach us here? Anybody know? You know I'll call on you. You know I like calling on people. Blessing, you want to take a shot at it? You know what's okay? Bless, please don't call me. Okay. Well, let me just give it to you real quick. It's the only answer. You know, it's the Most High teaches here not to be greedy and thinking of ourselves. Okay. So before you think of yourself and you're taking things for yourself, you are to bring an offering of something. You bring up your first fruits and bringing it to the Most High. Okay. That's to keep you from always thinking of, yourself and thinking of feeding yourself first. Okay. It takes away that spirit of selfishness. Okay. That's the spirit behind it. All right. Excellent reading. All right. Shalom, cat. All right. Just the people up here. I'm Mario. Austin, present thyself in thy registry. Austin, Bunya Hala, Bunya Shala. Yahweh Ba Simeon Shah Brakatah. Go this way. Go around this way. You're shopping. It's like, I'm going to take this one. All right, now we're going to be reading Leviticus chapter 23, 15 through 21 in the Hebrew.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. Wasaparatim, Bakam, Mamakara, Hashabah, Mayawam, Habiyakam, Aymar, Hananamapa, Shabbai, Shabbathawam, Shabbathawam, Hamayama, the Hayanan, like the Hayana, verse 16. I, Mamakara, Hashabah, that's a parwa. Kamashbiam, Yawam, Waha Koratum, Manaka,
Kadashah la Yahweh, verse 17. Amashabat Yakam, Yawa, Lakam, Dana Papa, Shatyam, Shunya, Asharanyam, Salah, the Hayana, Kamataza, the Apayana, Bakarawan, Slack, Bakawarium, La Yahweh, verse 18. Bakabaratham, Al, Halakam, Shabbat, Kabashio, let me your mom, Bunya, Jana, Wapar, Bun, Wapar, Akad, Wa'ayalon, Shunyam, Yahayawa, Ayla, La Yahweh, Umanakdam, when the sock Yahweh, when the sock Yahum, Ashah, Riyah, La Yahweh, verse 19. Wa'isha Yatham, Wa'isha Yatham, Sha'ayah, Isayam, Akad, Lakata'ah, Washunya, Tabashium, Bunya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalomyam, verse 20. Wahanayah, Hakahan, Atham, Al, Lakam, Abakawarium, then a Wapa, Lapunya, Yahweh, Al, Shunya, Kabashium, Kodash, Yahayawa, La Yahweh, Lakahan, verse 21. Lakora Atham, Ba'itazam, Hayawam, Hazar, Makora'ah, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Malakah, Ibadah, La'ah, Ba'ishawa, Kakwath, Iwalam, Bakal, Mama Shabbat Yakam, Mama Shabbat Yakam, Badarath Yakam. That's it.
So like your sisters, whenever y'all are ready, just let me know, and then we'll get the general. You sure? All right, we'll start getting the captain, and then we'll start doing by rank and order. And actually we can maybe just call some Akin by rank and order. Cons. He. So we'll just call Akim up. Might be easier if y'all sisters can just support, and they can come up and go through the line.
So you see, captains when we start.
Come, it's like I was going. If that's cool, I was gonna let them just walk over and get there.
Yeah,
Come. So like, okay, no sweat. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it maybe the next couple rounds. And all right, go ahead. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 20. What is it? Verse
15.
Verse 15. Go ahead, Oz.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
Okay, so this is where we start to count. This is the one feast day where you must start to count to get to the end. You have to count 50. The Most High actually commanded us to count. Keep going.
It's like if I could too. So it said the morrow after the Sabbath, right? So that Sabbath would be that on that Saturday. So that Sunday is the first day, and then you count 7 Sabbaths after that. So that's 50 days. That's why it's Pentecost and Feast of First Fruit, because it's literally 50 days after the days of unleavened bread. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweat savor unto the Lord. a sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Lord for the priest.
Okay, and notice how the Most High is very particular about what you're supposed to offer to them. Okay, and that was one of the reasons why Aaron's 2 sons got killed. Okay, they didn't follow the order. Okay, they offered, it said, a strange fire. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and they offered it to the Most High, and they got killed. So it's the Most High was very particular how you were supposed to offer an offering towards him. And the reason why he was very particular, we talked about this yesterday, is because remember, the nations around them were doing things, strange types of offerings. Okay, they were doing strange types of offerings and offering it to their gods. And the Most High was very particular. He was even that particular down to what you offered to him. Okay, because the nations around them was offering pigs and sacrificing camels. The Most High was very, very, very particular of what even animals you had to offer to him. All right? Yes, Darash.
The Lord didn't want us to offer pigs and stuff like that because white people are not supposed to eat that type of stuff.
That's correct. That's an unclean animal. Okay, it's an unclean animal. We're not supposed to eat that. Excellent work. All right, keep it going.
Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim the self same day, that it may be a holy convocation unto you, ye and a holy. Hold on. Ye shall do the servile work.
No servile, no.
No servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Excellent work.
It's like, and if I could too, like right now today, a lot of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are celebrating Easter. You see what I'm saying? We clearly see in this book that we're supposed to be keeping the Passover and days of unleavened bread. This is how you know the Christian church does not follow this book. They do not follow the Lord. You see what I'm saying? If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, today is no excuse for you not to be in here, with your brothers. You see what I'm saying? Celebrating the Lord and doing what the Lord say.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because right now, like starting since Friday, it's been fish fries. You see what I'm saying? They've had events all this weekend to commemorate Easter, which we should not be having no parts in. The days of unleavened bread, Passover and the days of unleavened bread are the things that we should be doing according to the Lord.
And just to add to that too, Christianity actually really opposes the Most High, because remember, the Most High said, don't be like the nations around. Right. Christianity actually adopts the customs of everybody around them. You see, the Christian church is actually very involved in everything American around them. They're involved in the politics. I want to be a Democrat. I want to be a Republican. I want to be a man today. I want to be a horse tomorrow. Right. Okay. And they just copy everything that's around them. They copy everything, the LGBTQ. They do everything. And that's exactly the opposite of what the Most High said, told them not to do. He's like, you are not to be like the nations around me, because you're supposed to be a peculiar, different nation. All right. And that's it. All right. Just the people up here. We got to call. All right. Just people. Hey, Mariam. Officer Bequastra, present thyself in thy registry.
Bequastra, Banya Howard, Banya Sala.
Bequastra, Banya Howard, Banya Sala.
Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah Rakathum.
Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah Rakathum. You shot me. So they want you to read that. So, okay, we're going to be reading my math. Leviticus 23, was it 22 through
22 through 28.
22 through 28, we'll read in the Hebrew, then we'll get it in the English.
All right, Leviticus 23 and 23. 22?
22.
Verse 22. Waba quat tazarkum af quat is a yar arat is a cum la'ah thakala pa'af shadak ba quat is a rock wala quat is a yarak la'ah thala quat la'ai naya wala yar tha'ai zab a thumb a na Yahweh alahayakum. Verse 23, where the bar Yahweh al Masha La Amar. Verse 24, the bar La Slakia al Banya Yasha'ala La Amar Bachadash Hashaba Ya'aya Ba'akad La Chadash Yahaya Lakam Basha Bathwan Zaka Rawan Thara Iwa Slakia Thara Wa'ai Makwa Ra'ah Quadash, verse 25. Call Mala Akath Ibada La'ah the Aishawa Waha Kwara Waha Korabtham Asha La Yahweh, verse 26. Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Masha La Amar, verse 27. Aka Ba'ai Shawar La Chadash Hasha Baya'aya Hazah Yawam Hakaparium, Hawa'a, Makwa Quadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Wa'ai Nayathum, Af, Napashathikam, Waha Quarabatham, Asha, La Yahweh. Verse 28, Wakal, Mala Aka, La'a, the Aishawa, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Kaya, Yawam, Kaparium, Hawa'al, Lakapar, Al Yakam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayakam.
Excellent work. Okay, now we'll be reading Leviticus 23. We're reading verses 22 through 28 in the English.
Leviticus 23 and 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest.
Okay, stop reading the slack. All right, another question. Why we ask this every time? Why was the Most High telling us that we should not take clean riddance of all the corners of our fields? Why did he say don't take everything? Because the way the oppressor has it, you take every little wheat and every little everything. Why was the Most High saying that we're not to make clean riddance of the corners of our field when we reap our harvest? Why? Go ahead, Brandon. Excellent. Right. So like the poor, this was a way to help feed the poor. Okay. So the Most High gave way so that everybody could eat. Okay. You know how much food America wastes every day? You know what I'm saying? If we follow that law, we wouldn't have people starving out here because we make way and make room for the poor. Okay. Does anybody else know besides the poor, who would you leave food for? Besides the poor, come on, I'll call on you. Ya'asha, tell me, who else were you supposed to leave food for on the corners of your field? Besides the poor, who else? What people? Give me a little bit more specific. Not quite. There's specific groups. Come on, Officer Bakar. The Levite as well. The Levites didn't really have an inheritance. The inheritance was their Most High, okay? And the Levites, once you had a righteous king, the Levites were out teaching, okay? They were the ones that were sent out to teach. So there was a Levite a lot of times in your gate. He out teaching after a hard day. Well, he needs something to eat too. Who else was it left for? Who else? I'll call. Come on, my yacht. Okay, I could kind of go with the Levites. Come on, Officer Bakar. We said the poor. There's one more. I'll give it clue. They could be traveling. I pretty much gave it to you. Go ahead, my yacht. Let me just give it to a stranger. Like the stranger, he comes to the land You know, he's coming from a traveling distance. Okay, he needs something to eat too. Okay, and if that's why it was illegal for you to actually go into somebody's field and you could actually get something to eat. Now, you couldn't get a whole basket in a bag. That's stealing. Okay, but you actually, that's why Yahweh, remember, they were going through the fields and they were getting corn. Okay, by law, you can do that because if you're hungry. Excellent. Keep it going.
Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God. Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and holy convocation.
Okay, so now this is going towards like in the fall seasons, and the first feast day is a memorial of blowing of trumpets. It also could be like the day of shouting. Why would you blow trumpets? What was the point? Why would you have a memorial blowing trumpets? What was the trumpet signifying? Let me see who I not talk to today. I not talk to. You know, heaven trying to look away because you know you don't make no eye contact with the teacher. You try to make. Let me see. Austin, tell me, why would you blow a trumpet? What was the trumpet signifying? It's always good to guess too. You can take a good guess. You don't. Yeah, why would I blow a trumpet? Why would we blow trumpets? What the trumpets signify? Okay, go ahead, Maya. Why would we have a memorial blowing trumpets? Why would you blow trumpets in ancient Israel or even today? It also could be like the day of shouting. Why would I shout? Think about camp. You know, everything in here, I think John Muhammad taught you to think in camp mode. Why do we go out and shout in camp? Why? Okay, to wake the people up so people can hear. Why? Okay, so you can listen to what maybe the priest is trying to tell you to do. Okay, this was a way to move the camp. Okay, the camp sometimes, or it was to warn you that somebody was coming in the camp. You needed somebody to let you know. Okay, and that's what a lot of our modern day pastors are not doing. They're not warning blacks, Hispanics, and natives. They're not warning them. You had somebody watching over the camp, somebody coming in. Okay, you know all those Robin Hood movies? Somebody would come in, somebody would yell out, "We got incoming." Okay, you needed that. So the memorial blowing the trumpets. Okay, come, sir.
You blow the trumpet, and then you know when you get attacked. Or, like you said, you roll attack. All right? Just remember, just like on a car, you have what? A horn. Somebody crossing or somebody to give you a warning. And that's what you do when you watch. You go up there and warn people to come back to the most. That's our job.
Come, sir. All right. Where we at? Verse 25. Come.
Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls.
Stop right there, Select, for a minute. What does afflict your soul mean? Heaven, what do you think? What does that mean when you afflict your soul? You take a good guess. I see you, sis. You said what? A soul is like your body. So I'm afflicting my body. What do we do on the Day of Atonement to afflict our body? Want to help the sis out? Go ahead, sis. Okay, so be more specific. What do we do on the Day of Atonement? You fast, okay? You're afflicting your soul. You fast, okay? Go ahead, Yasha, did you want to add? Right, was you're fasting. And what's the spirit behind fasting? Why do we afflict? What's the spirit behind it? Go ahead, Officer Ramad. For what? I just want y'all to go deeper. You know, I like to, What's this? Go ahead. So what are we sacrificing for? Take me a little bit deeper. Because I'm not eating, so I'm afflicting my body. What is it showing that you can do? Go ahead. Go ahead. That's correct. That means you can fight your demons. If I can go 24 hours and not have food or water, that means I can go without smoking the weed, or doing stuff that's ungodly. That's the spirit by excellent. Give me my hand for that. Excellent. My man. All right. So I can keep it going.
An offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day. For it is a day of atonement to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
Excellent work. Right, just the people up here. I might him. I was gonna get Josh. Young man. I don't. Oh, young man, Steve, present thyself in thy registry. You can put your.
Man, Steve. In your house, that's just wrong. One your house, one your house, one your house.
Young man, Steve, burn your house up, burn your out. Yehovah, send me a shot, bro. Oh, don't sit down. Just sit. Yeshabium. Okay, now we're going to be going to Leviticus chapter 23, and we're reading verses 29 through 35. My math is right. In the Hebrew, and then we're going to English. Did you want to take this? Come.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. Yeah, call. Anapah, Shah, Ba'ina, Ba'itazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Wanakaratha, Mayamaha, Mayama. Verse 30. Call, Hanapah, Shah, the Aisha, call, Malakah, Ba'itazam, Hayawam, Hazah,
I can start calling.
Wabadathya, Hanapah, Ahawa, Maparah, Aima. Verse 31. Call, Malakah, Aishwa, Kaswa, Ivanum, Adarath Yakam, Call, Mashabath Yakam. Verse 32. Shabbat, Shabbath Hawa Nakam, Aniatham, Nakashat Yakam, but the Shaiha, Lakadash, Ba'ira, Ma'ara, Arab, Shabbath, verse 33. Waydabar, Yahweh, all Mashallah, Amar. Like verse 34, the bar al bunya yaka al amar Hamash Aishara Yawam Lakadab Ashabaya Hazab Ha Asakawa Shabai Yam my Yahweh. Verse 35 by Yawam Harayat Ashawan Makora'a Badash Call Malaka Ibada La'a Aishwa.
Excellent. So let's do this. Let's get Cap. Select a Cap. Let's get Cap, and then the 5,000s right behind him. And go ahead and start making a line. Bubble control. That's 12. So I can get y'all plates. And then after we get the 5,000s, I think it's a couple 5,000s in here. Then we'll go ahead with the one. Which one, right, sis? So let's get the Cap, and then some 5,000s. Go ahead and get y'all, Bubble control. And then after that, we'll get the 1,000 shortly. When y'all get y'all plates, Bubble Shah, get something to cover it, whether it's aluminum foil or something because just in case you put your plate down, just get so nothing flies. Some stuff be flying around sometimes. So get something to make sure you cover your plate when you put it down. Bubble shop. All right. All right. We're gonna be reading Leviticus chapter 23, verses. What is it? 29 through 35 in the English.
Verse 29. Leviticus 23, verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, it shall be cut off from among his people. And verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
So the Most High was very serious this day. You didn't obey, you died. You could die. Okay, so you got to think how serious this was. Of keeping this high holy day. Okay, keep it going.
Hey, so like, if I could, this is not the God that people are celebrating on Easter. On Easter, you can do whatever you want to do, be whoever you want to be. You can do your thing. Here it is. If you don't atone, if you don't fast, the Lord is saying, "I will kill you." You know what I'm saying? This is not the same God that the world is celebrating.
Make sure they make a plate for.
This is the God of the Bible. This is the spirit of our God. You see what I'm saying? This is why we have to be obedient to the things that He's telling us, because it could cost us our life. You see what I'm saying? Come. This is why it's so important that we fear the Lord. He ain't no play. It ain't no toy with him. You see what I'm saying? You can lose your life. So we bring him out now. You keep going up.
31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 32. And it shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even until even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. 33.
Hey, so like, real quick, the Lord says celebrate the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a joyous occasion when the Sabbath comes around. The Jewish man hates the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? So all these fake Israelite camps, they celebrate the Sabbath. They hate the Sabbath. They cannot wait to sunset. They cannot wait to get out there and do whatever the hell they've been doing, even on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? They scared to move. They scared to talk. They don't eat. You see what I'm saying? Like, that makes the Sabbath a burden. You see what I'm saying? The Lord says celebrate the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I think we've been to, like, how you say how they hate the Sabbath. I've been to their house where the lady was in there, she wouldn't even turn on the lights. Like, there's crazy stuff that don't make no sense. I would just take that.
All right, up.
A lot of black brothers that Judaism, and they don't hate you, and they really live literal God, Friday and Sunday and Saturday.
Come.
Going to preach, and I get called from sisters. We talking about they trying to rush home on Friday night so that they just to make it buy groceries. That ain't Sabbath, but the brother boy, Sabbath day you go do like a day you get off. Right?
Come, sir.
Like your boss give you the whole day off.
Come.
Lord, that's what Christ was trying to teach the crowds. That's Sabbath.
Wisconsin.
Imagine you working, your boss says, don't worry about it, pay you money to take off.
Come. Sir. Wisconsin. Sir. Listen. Come.
you know what?
Come on, come. Come on, sir. Come on, come.
One thing every brother and sister that say they did Hebrew Israelite, they are not.
Come on, come.
You'll find out years to come that they're not.
Come on, come.
They Hebrew Israelites, they are not.
Come on, come. Come on, come, sir. Come on, come, sir. Oh, Slack, real quick, if you are in 1,000 and a 500, go ahead and get something to eat. If you're 1,000 or 500, go ahead, because you know the sisters are over there waiting. So go ahead. If you're 1,000 or 500, I don't look like it's too many 500s. So let's go to 50 as well. That should be like what? Yeah, that should be. You are 50 as well. Go ahead and because we got the sisters over there. You know. Slack.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking that.
Go ahead.
Like before I came to IPK, I followed the IUIC and the way people that don't touch the candy cane, and they had me thinking I hated the Sabbath shit. I said to them too, the parking lot one day. I told them I hated it. I couldn't do nothing. Like I couldn't wait. Like I hated like we're working all week, but I got nothing to look forward to. Like hey, that pump, right? Not Saturday, sundown, the lid. So it's like them other big heads, man. They kill you.
It's come. So like it's almost like they make you celebrate when the Sabbath's over. Like, and when the Sabbath's over, that's when you celebrate. And they're supposed to celebrate the Sabbath, but the Sabbath's over, that's when you celebrate.
It's not just the Sabbath too. Like before coming into this church, coming through the church, like even on Passover, they call that stuff celebrating Passover. You know how we rejoice at our Passover. In other places, it's somber.
Con.
On the Passover time, you gotta come in there and you gotta come in, you gotta make a sad face, and you gotta be so sorrowful, and you gotta be like, it is the absolute burden to celebrate the Sabbath and the Lord's holy days when you're not here in this church.
Con.
That's how you know that the people who are doing it, those are not the Lord's people. They don't even have the spirit. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's important to note because a lot of our brothers are following that same spirit. That's like John said, that's why they hate us. They hate us because they see us like, man, brothers, why they look like they having so much fun on the Sabbath? Why are they enjoying it? They see the videos that Passover, they like, nah, they can't be righteous. Why are they so happy? Is it good?
Come, sir.
It's the Lord. The Lord is something. You know what I mean? It ain't like Easter and Christmas and all that. We serve this.
Yeah. Make sure you get something to cover your plate.
What?
Con. All right, we're on. Go ahead, verse 33.
Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. Verse 35. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Excellent. All right, quick question real quick before we switch. Can anybody tell me why we keep the Feast of Tabernacles? What's the Feast of Tabernacles commemorate? Anybody know? Why do we keep the Feast of Tabernacles? I know somebody knows. It's like the Feast of Booths or Tents. Why? What does that commemorate? Brandon, you want to give it a shot? Excellent. So it commemorates us being in the wilderness. We weren't in the promised land yet, and the Most High dwelt among us in His tabernacle, and our tents were around the Most High. So it commemorates us wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, dwelling in tents. Excellent work. Excellent. All right, and that was it. All right, just people up here. Imadium. Rakasha Allah, present thyself in thy registry. Rakasha Allah, Banya Hawada, Banya Shala. Yahweh Basim Yashabrak. I really don't like that shit. It's a little low. Is there a higher one? I don't like that shade. Let me see this one. Yeshabian. All right, we're going to be reading. We're living. If you're a young man, go ahead and get something to eat. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there troop? I don't know if I see a troop. I don't think I see it. Is there troopers in here? Troopers and young men, go ahead and get something to eat. If you're a trooper or a young man, go ahead and get something to eat. You want to have something to make you a plate? Okay, no sweat. All right, we're reading Leviticus chapter 23. And we're reading 36 through, is it 42? You want me to read this? Leviticus chapter 23, verse 46 in the Hebrew. Verse 36. Shabbat yum yum Koriyabwa Asha la Yahweh bayum Bashamayanya Makora'a Kodash Haya Lakam Waha Koratham Asha la Yahweh Atazarath Hawa call Malakath Abada la Aishawa. Verse 37. Allah Mabu Aija Yahweh Ashar Lakora Awav Atham Makora Aya Kodash Laha Korayab Asha la Yahweh Allah Manaka Zabat when a Sakya come the bar Yawam by Wamya wa. Verse 38. Malabad Shabbatha Yahweh Wamalabad Mathathanwa Yakam Malabad call Nadar Yakam Wamalabad call Nadab Wath Yakam Ashar the Thunwa La Yahweh. Verse 39. Bakamasha Ashar Yawam Bakadash Hashabayaya Ba'asat Yakam Thaba Wa'af Arataza the Chagwa Ka Yahweh Shabbat Yum Yum Yawam Rashuan the Bathwan Waba Yawam Hashamayanya Shabbathwan. Verse 40. Wala ka thumb lakam Bayawam or Ashwan Parya Atazah Hada Kabath Samarium wa Aina Atazah Ibath wa Arabia but Nakal wa Shamaklathum Lapanya Yahweh Allah Hayakam Shabbat Yum Yum. Verse 41. Wakagathum Athwa Kag La Yahweh Shabbat Yum Yum Bashana Kakwa Iwalam La Darathikam Bakadash Hashabayaya Takakagwa Athwa. Verse 42. Actually, he can finish it off because really we usually finish it off. We usually just finish it right here. But Sakah the Shabbat Shabbat Yum Yum Kalahazarak Yasha'ala Yashabwa Basakath. Verse 43. Lama Ain Yada'wa Lada'aiwa the Rathyakam Yunya Basakawath Hashabayatya Bunya Yasha'ala Bahawataza Ya'aya Awatham Ma'arataza Matazarium Anya Yahweh Allah Yahayakam Verse 44. Why you the bar, Masha, my Aya, Yahweh, Bunya, Yasha'Allah. And that's it. Okay, we're going to be reading verses 36 through all the way through 44.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day. Verse 38.
The Asher. What
Besides,
are you waiting for?
verse 38. Besides the Sabbath of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. Verse 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered. So like, where's that?
Where he had gathered.
Gathered in fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. And on the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 32. Ye shall dwell in booths.
42. Verse 42.
So like it. Verse 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Okay, so this is just reiterating that, like we were talking about, that this commemorates us wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. Can somebody tell me, why were we wandering in the wilderness for 40 years? We weren't supposed to wander that long. Why? What caused us to wander in the wilderness for 40 years? Anybody remember the story of why? Officer Mayak. That's not, I mean, you think there was a reason why we had to start wandering in the wilderness. What were the children? There was a particular reason, and I'm correct me if I'm wrong sometimes. Yes, Kapaya. That's true. We were doing something in particular. Do y'all remember when we go ahead? Go ahead. Go. Well, yes, that's true. The Most High was waiting for a generation to die off. And one of the reasons we didn't believe, remember we went to go spy out the land? We said we can't take it. And the Most High was really tired of us, our unbelief. Remember, it was like, well, we can't take it. They went in there, they saw all those nations, and they were like, these nations are greater than us. There's no way we can go in there. Okay? But who did believe? But no, we're not going to say Moses. Who did have the faith that we could go in that land and take it? Anybody remember the story? You know I'm going to call on you. Who had the faith was like, we can go and take that land? Go ahead, Brandon. Joshua was one of them. Joshua had the faith. Who was the other man that had faith? That was like, yeah, we can go into that land and take it. Was one more. Most I said, save me, Joshua and this man. He's from the tribe of Judah. Gave you a clue. Anybody remember his name? Starts with a C. Nobody? Don't say. Anybody remember? It was Caleb. Remember Joshua and Caleb? They were like, let's go into the land and take it. We can do it. Okay? We can take this land. Go ahead.
And this is a lesson too, right? You know,
Go ahead, y'all get something. Y'all get
you know, like right now,
slack. Y'all go and get line some.
Like people always talk about the youth. They always say the young man, they ain't got no respect. They ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. As an older person, it's our fault. You see what I'm saying? When the youth is not right, you see what I'm saying? It's the older person's fault because we did not teach them. Here it is, the Most High. He said, "Listen, I can't let them go into the kingdom. I can't let them go into this promise."
Like you said, you can get
You
something.
see what I'm saying? Because their disbelief is going to pollute the belief of everybody else. You see what I'm saying? So this is why, as young men, like you see a lot of young men here in Baltimore today, coming up. We got a young brother, a powerful young brother at the age of 8.
I think he's
We got a 12-year-old.
8-year-old, 12. Come.
Like this is what we got to bring up. You see what I'm saying? In the nation of Israel, and the older men, we have to teach them. You see what I'm saying? This is what we're missing in the world. You keep going up.
Verse 43, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt.
Notice, Slakia. Notice it says that your generations will know. So that means that you got to keeping the feast, right? So because the generations won't know about the feast if you're not still keeping the feast. Like generations, it's funny that our generations in our community know about Christmas because it was taught to us. I didn't grow up in the truth. I grew up celebrating Christmas initially. Okay, that was generations passed on, but our generation should know about the feast days. Good, so I can keep on.
I am the Lord your God. Verse 44, and Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Question, excellent reading. Another quick question. Can somebody tell me why does the Most High keep saying, I am the Lord? Doesn't that seem a little, you notice every few, it's very, thank you, Tawada. It's very redundant. If you notice every few couple not even paragraphs, every few sentences, I'm the Lord. Why do you think the Most High keeps trying to say that? I'm the Lord. Go ahead, Officer Ramat. All right, excellent. All right, Officer Mayat. That's correct. I mean, because you notice he already knew what type of spirit Israel had. They were a rebellious, stiff-necked people. Because if he didn't keep reminding them, what would they do really quickly, which they did, which we did. What did we do really quickly? Most High would give us something, commandments. What would we do shortly right after that? We would do what? Go ahead, Darash. There we go. We would go after other gods and make them our God. We would do that very quickly. Concert. Come.
I'm your God. Because instinctively, you want to go back to the God that you want to teach us. Right? And this is something very important to remember. When young brothers and sisters come into the school, you have to know that take it.
Con, sir.
Instinctively, they want to follow that God they followed for 30, 40
years. Con.
That, the Lord is scared.
Come on, Con, son. That's why, an excellent point, also Warrior. You had to keep reminding, because remember, these people were in Egypt. You had old people coming out of Egypt, and they were worshiping, gods for years. Okay, so they had to, and probably everybody had their own opinions. So Moses had to make us, a civil nation. Okay, and that's a lot to do. Okay.
If I could just to add, that's like saying we won West. You see what I'm saying? When we say we won West, that means we're not like none of them other camps.
Right.
We're not like none of those other people. And the Lord say, I'm the Lord your God. I ain't like none of them false gods that you serve back there. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that puts things into perspective. It reminds you, like, oh yeah, I ain't serving that God that for Easter. That so-called God of Christmas. I ain't serving that God. Like, I'm serving the God that if I disobey, he won't allow me. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep that in mind.
And so, like, if I may add to that too, and you got to think, sometimes when people think anciently of false gods, they always just think of idols. You got to think of, they were looking at people too. Pharaoh was considered God. Yeah. So you got to think they come out of that mindset. 30, 40 years, you've been seeing a man, Pharaoh that's calling himself the son of God or the son whatever. And then you have to learn that who the real power is. And that's another reason why the Most High had to crush the gods of Egypt, because the Israelites actually had to see their gods crushed, the gods, the Egyptians crushed, so they can see the distinction. Okay, and that's another thing. When the Most High was throwing the plagues on the Egyptians, he was also crushing their gods, okay, to make a distinction of who the real power was. All right, and so they saw that. Okay, and so they were like, oh, okay, well, this is the real power over here. All right. Everybody over there getting a plate. We just want to make sure everybody's getting a plate. All right. Any other questions or comments? Concert. We're finished. We're finished.
This is why it's important for us to keep these feast days. Because when they're regular around, we will scatter through the four corners of the earth. Most likely we're now doing something that we did before when we was in Egypt. Brought us together as a family, going in and leaving. Now, this time really important for us today. Because now, if we lost that concept of family, these other things have been to feel of us,
Sir.
to live of us, and to see the impact. They are people nothing. We have us. This is why it's so important for us today to continue to hold on. That's what they say before. That have us to destroy. Tell that younger ones can get
So they can't.
If they are younger, coming.
Get this for the start of the
Always want to be that
The camera lost. Just press button.
Make sure that when we move something important in the week, that they fill in their spaces. And this is why I'm doing them again, the highest man in Israel at present. Because now he gave us something that should never his brotherhood.
Come.
Family that was already established thousands of years ago. And the most I would show a king brought us back. Should have understanding and should never forget that.
Come. Excellent. All right. What's that? I'm Mario. Just the people up here. I'm slacking. That's what I'm slacking. Let me see. 1 second. Oh, we got blow the horn too. Okay. Hand over there. You should hand over there.
La Yashal.
Alazar. Just rub the middle. Okay. The water, sis. The water. I was saying the water, sis. Men of Israel, I might you. Just the men of Israel. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Yehovah Shem Yashab Brakya. And Slakia, make sure when we salute it, it's very militant per Captain Oz. Yehovah Shem Yashab Brakya. Can somebody turn the camera? Can somebody turn this camera? Baba Kasha. 1 second, Mahab. 1 second. Somebody turn the water off. So
How about you up there with the Sure. How about you up there with the
How about Shem Yahweh Shabbat? Yeah.
How about you? Yeah.
How about Shem Yahweh Shabbat? Yeah. How about Shem Shabbat? Yeah. How about Shem Yahweh Shabbat? Yeah.
How about you? Y'all talk about yeah. Yeah, about you? Y'all talk about yeah.
Aisha, when they're finished coming, salute the Torah.
Yeah, about them, y'all start.
How about you? Y'all talk about yeah. Y'all talk about yeah.
You want some YouTube? Okay.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak, yeah.
Come. Con. Wait a minute. We're going to cover the score. Con. Sorry. It's on. So, like, we're about to do the prayers. So make sure your food is covered up. Make sure you have your food covered up as we're about to do the prayers.
Hey, so like this is for everybody. Amadium, Wapan Yahakwadam, which means rise and face the evil. It's for everybody. 1, 2, 3.
This is make sure if there's a sister in here that's head is not covered, please go and help that sister out. Make sure your heads are covered.
Hey, so like. Hey, so like, she can use that. Hey, she can use that, but here it comes. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat
In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debts. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver
Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
This is a cop the power, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Kushah.
Kushah.
The thunder now.
The thunder now.
Cut.
Ba-ba-ah.
Call me Allah.
Call Makalah.
Call Madawa.
Call Madawa.
Cut. That's a hard.
That's a hard.
I'm a Tazaraya.
I'm a Tazaraya.
Cut.
Cut.
Haki.
Haki.
I'm Haki.
Haki.
Cut. That's my Allah.
That's my Allah.
Gavashan.
Gavashan.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Why
Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sick. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
This is blessed Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Rakna. Yes, Allah.
Yes, Allah.
Mahabaya.
Safari.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua. In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Bless us. In Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
This is Psalms 121. After
I'm sorry. And in the English, I will lift up my eyes to the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from your house. Which made heaven and earth. You will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. So be it.
This is Psalms 83. Alahayim. Adam Yalaka.
Al-Takarat.
Shakwat. I'm a lot. There's a war.
Halam.
Allah.
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 When you have.
When you want.
For the one.
For the one.
We have a question.
We have a question.
Some God.
God.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Your
Your
We have a hope.
We have a hope.
We have
God.
We have a power.
We have a power.
We have a
We have a power.
We have the idol.
We have the idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Some God.
God.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The Are you one?
Are you one?
I'll call.
I'll call.
I'll reconcile.
I'll reconcile.
I'm
Come on. In the English. Keep not thy silence, so your house.
Keep not thy silence, so your house.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still in your house.
Be not still in your house.
For lo,
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against our people.
against thy people.
And consulted against our enemies.
And consulted against thy enemies.
They have said,
They have said,
come, let us cut them all.
Let us cut them all.
From being a nation.
Being a nation.
With the name of Israel.
the name of Israel.
May we no more remember.
Be no more remembered.
They have consulted together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
One consent.
They have confederate against
They have
it.
confederate against
The tabernacles of Eden.
Eden.
The Israelites.
And the Israelites.
Moab.
Moab.
The Hagarene.
Hagarene.
Cabal.
Moab.
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
It's also joined with them.
It's also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of God.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
It's Sarah.
Sarah.
It's the Jabin.
It's the Jabin.
The brook of Kisar.
The brook of Kisar.
Which perished in Endor.
Perished in
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
It became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a rat.
It was like the rain.
Like the
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the princes.
All the princes.
And Sabat.
Sabat.
And that's the moon.
That's the moon.
Who said?
Who said,
Let us take to ourselves.
let us take to ourselves
The houses of Yahweh and possess
the house of Yahweh possess.
Oh my power.
Oh, my power.
Make them like a wind.
Make them like a wind.
It's struggle for the wind.
It's stumble for the wind.
It's the fire burns the wood.
It's the fire burns the wood.
And it's the flame sets the mountains on fire.
And it's the flames set the mountains
So
on fire.
persecute them
First,
with thy temper.
with thy tent,
And make them afraid.
make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame.
fill their faces with shame.
That may they seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh, Yahweh.
To be confounded.
But they be confounded.
And trouble forever.
And trouble forever.
Yeah. To be put to shame.
And they put to shame.
And pepper.
And pepper.
And men may know.
And men may know.
That thou,
That thou,
whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh.
Of the Most High.
Art the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it. These are the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah
Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shah?
Woman Yaka
Woman Yaka. Well, Allah.
Tazab Yahweh.
But to that,
Alawat Yahweh.
Alawat Yahweh.
Alawat Yahweh.
Ha, Alawat.
Hasarenyum.
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 Hasarenyum. Yahweh. In the English. Blessed be Yahweh.
Blessed be Yahweh.
Yahweh Shah. And Michael. The angel. Command the Yahweh. The general. The captain. The officer. The truth. And the sister. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be.
So be it.
These are the curses. Blessed be Yahweh.
Blessed be Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
The evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heat.
To the heat.
That speak against us.
Speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
Princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
Send evils and curses.
The evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heat.
To the heat.
And shake loose the treasure.
Shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to get to the school.
That refuse to get to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into our sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
The evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And the drug dealers.
The drug dealers.
The court system.
Court system.
The prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
And like synagogues and armies.
Roman
Roman Catholic Church.
Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Skinhead.
The gay movement.
Gay movement.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The
lesbian movement.
movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
Space program.
Army. Navy.
Navy.
Air Force. Marines. Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
Airway. Cable access channel.
Access channel.
And the radio channel.
Radio channel.
Forbidden spirit.
Forbidden spirit.
Leave our people.
Leave our people.
That seek to stop us.
Seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
For all the heat.
For all the heat.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Let loose all the plague. 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 Cause them to go to and fro. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. Through the earth. And consume it. Consume it. Let the plague take the house of the thief. The house of the thief. And the murder. And the murder. Let you have a shot. Let you have a shot. Michael and David. Michael and David. Come down with the flying saucer. Punish all the heathen. Punish all the heathen. Now come up against us. Come up against us. As we speak thy word. As we speak thy word. Because we know. Because we know. By all. That is the angel. That have done. Because we spread through the media throughout the whole world. Because we shake that time. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. Thank you always. So be. So be. Saw, which means to turn. Let's go. Put the cup back in the straw. This concludes the service. Sisters Yeshabian.
In the fifth row, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. So, in the fifth row, Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak,
Yahweh Bashim Yashabrakatah.
Yadi Matah. So, in the fifth row, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters Amadia. In the fifth row, Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak,
Yahweh
Yadi Matah. Class dismissed.
Salakia, if there's any brother that would like to be anointed, go ahead and please. So first, we need the top highest ranking officers. They can, as Baba Kashaman stepping up, the highest ranking officers. Hey, brother, like this, get anointed.
This is right here.
It should be in the back of the book. It's in the back of your book, sir.
You want to use it, Rob? You want to use?
Come.
Give them double portions.
Come on.
Officer McCarty, get anyone?
Men uphill only. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Haraka.
Yahashabaraka.
Yahweh.
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 Panyawa. Auyaka. Waikanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Yahweh. Auyaka. Vaishamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Bakar. 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 Gabaraka. 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 Darashima. Darashima. One more. Darashima. Alizar. 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 Brandon. 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 Bakwasha. 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 Yaasha. 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 Austin. 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 Steve. 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 Maya. Mayaka Allah. Mayaka Allah. Mayaka Allah. Uriah Allah. Uriah Allah. Uriah Allah. Ragashi Allah. Ragashi Allah. Ragashi Allah. Kerala come. Kerala come. Kerala come. Ramat. 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 Aisha Allah. Aisha Allah. Aisha Allah. Barak. 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 Ba'ashim Yahushua. To what I'm on.
Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, bless him, shall protect you, brother, man.
I'm sorry, trouble.
Like if you are a higher ranking officer, like anointed, go ahead and we'll get you up.
I'm too out. I'm too out.
Sounds about hitting there. You say you want to get doing.
No, I'm good. I'm too out. The water too, please. Who?
That's it.
Men up here only. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh. Yashamarka. Ya'al Yahweh. Panyawa. Auyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Panywa. Auyaka. Wayashamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Hagun. Hagun. Matata by Mop. Matata by Mop. Matata by Mop. Ba'ashim Yahushua. To what I'm on. Yeah, I'm right.
Any sisters want to get anointed?
You a sister, like you know, go ahead and step up. Any sister.
Come with this. All right, stay with me.
Right. We should remember that if they is doing something.
Yeah, yes, sis. Boy, double portions. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, sir. Anybody else need any more napkins?
Anybody? All right. Make up your alone. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Shamaraka.
Waya Shamaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'a.
Yasha'a. Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Shamnaka.
Wayashamnaka. Shalom.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Takaya. 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 Akira. 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 Kapaya. 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 Sarah. 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 Kaya. 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 Yahweh Ba. Yahweh Ba. Yahweh Ba. Kana. 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 Tamawa. Tamawa.
Tamawa.
That's right. Takwa. 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 Shamala. 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 Ba'ashem Yahushua. What Amun. You're right. Cut the string. The water.